Janet Yellen may be calm before the cameras, but her economic balancing act is in jeopardy. The current lower level of inflation, below the Federal Reserve's 2% target, gives the Fed chair less wiggle room to raise interest rates.
For several months running, we have seen unusually low inflation readings. As I mentioned, there appear to be some special factors that partly account for that. For example, quality-adjusted prices of cell phone plans plunged several months ago. So some temporary factors appear to be at work.
Consumer spending, the biggest driver of the US economy, remains modest, and inflation has been cooling since February. Even so, the Fed appears on track to squeeze in its third planned interest rate hike of 2017 at its final meeting of the year in December. And some economists believe the lower inflation level shouldn't alter that plan.
I don't think there's any variance really from that because of inflation. When you look at the level of the federal funds rate and you look at the level of activity in the economy, it's very difficult to make the case for the federal funds rate to be below the inflation rate. Now, how far above the inflation rate should be, that's, as they say, a horse of an entirely different color.
But the fear is that what Yellen sees as temporary factors hampering inflation may not be so transient, and that less customer traffic on Fifth Avenue is actually part of a trend that's here to stay. Asset management company BlackRock believes technological innovation is driving down prices and, in turn, inflation. Mobile phones mean we buy online rather than entering bricks and mortar stores. And apps offer us cheaper transport options than regular taxis, while streaming services are replacing the need for appliances like TVs and radios. But economic growth is also proving an impediment to future rate hikes. This Friday's first figure for second quarter GDP isn't expected to be much of an improvement on the sluggish 1.4% growth in the first 3 months of this year. Nick Harper, CGTN, New York.